Hi everybody, I'm Josh.
I'm Heather, and we are from Try Hard Enthusiast on Instagram, and we are here with another pickup video. I'm not even gonna worry about numbers anymore.
I couldn't say what they are. I'd say this one's smaller than the rest, but it's still ended up being an hour because.
I mean, this one's not bad. A lot of this stuff actually came in right after we filmed our last pickup video, so they just didn't make the cut for that one.
Yeah. Some things are more recent.
Others had for a little while. A lot of odds and ends, definitely in this one. So we're gonna start in our reverse order of what we normally do this time,
yes, with
our books.
All right. So first we got the Game Boy box art collection. This is from Bitmap Books. Exactly what it sounds like. It's just spine.
Break that spine.
Just box art and some information about them.
And it covers a little bit of both North American and Japanese games, and it's cool because the picture that I post on Instagram,
Bitmap?
Yeah, Bitmap actually posted it in their story. So that was kind of cool to actually have them see it. Granted, I did tag them, but
yeah, that helps.
Also from them, picked up the SNES Super Famicom Compendium. This one, unlike the box art one, it more or less just has screenshots from different games. I want to get the Nintendo one, like the Nintendo Famicom.
Yeah.
And then they've got a couple other really cool ones that I want to pick up. Nice table books. And it's got lenticular cover, which I don't know if it's gonna...
Probably not gonna show up on camera too well.
I'll try. Gotta give it the old college try.
Yep.
Even though I've been out of college for... Fuck, I don't even know how many years now.
Couldn't tell you. And then we got the Elder Scrolls Online Somerset Guide. Holy glare.
Yeah, it's okay.
This is sealed. It was cheap.
It was quite cheap.
Goes with the collection editions we showed off last time.
Mm-hmm. Alright, and a much smaller guide is Monster Rancher 3. I figured since this is a game dealing with monsters and capturing stuff and stats, it's always good to have on hand. But it's interesting because the actual description part is in black and white, whereas the monster pages are in color.
Yeah, cheaper.
For the most part.
And then we got a guide for Shadow Hearts Covenant.
And much thicker, Shadow Hearts from the New World. And sadly, US never got a strategy guide for the first one.
Really?
Only 2 and 3. Which is a
I
shame.
don't understand why they release them in some spots. We're not going to talk about that.
So, I can't remember what pickup video I talked about the Sandwich Island guides. We have a Yoshi's Island and a Pokemon one. And then, after a little bit of research, I found out they did one for Final Fantasy VII. So, of course, because I love how janky these guides are, I had to pick it up. Granted, I mean, I haven't read through it yet, but it looks like it's set up really nicely. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's depressing. This is where I got stuck in the game. I never finished it.
Flip right to the memories.
No, the bad memories.
And then we got the unauthorized guide for Castlevania Symphony of the Night. This is actually a Prima guide. Completely in black and white, but it's kind of interesting.
Mm-hmm. And then also got Grand Stream Saga. Decent PS1. Ooh, I never realized how pretty this one is.
I like the maps in that.
Oh my.
Those maps are very well done.
So this is a PS1
simple but effective
RPG guide. This is probably one of the nicer guides I've seen in a while. Oh. Look at the little hand drum bird! He's cute! Oh my goodness. Okay.
ADD.
Now that I've geeked out for a few minutes. I should do that one.
Alright. And then we got Lunar Silver Star Harmony. It's a very small guide, which is surprising.
That's for the PSP version. Nose is itchy.
See, I personally prefer like the little block kind of drawing maps versus the actual picture maps. Because sometimes these are hard to see, like what you're trying to look at.
And then last for strategy guides.
Like those maps.
Like
I love
these
those maps.
Like these maps. So the last guide that we have is the uber expensive SMT3 Nocturne. Because I figured with the remaster coming out, what's today? 16th? In like 10 days? That should still transfer over to the PS4 game. And that,
considering from what we've seen on the remaster, it's really just...
They prettied it up a little bit, and that's about it.
They kind of prettied it up. It's pretty much just like, here's the game, here you go.
But it's ridiculous because I don't know if it's necessarily because it's a Shin Megami game or because it's a Double Jump Books game. But that guide was $80. And that is like almost the standard going rate for that guide is $80+.
I'd say that's dumb, but I spent more than that on a box, so.
Do you want to move on to your box real quick?
Sure, while we're talking about it. So, I've been looking for the box for this game to complete it for a while. We have...
I know how to do my beverage.
We have the game carton manual in like pristine condition, so I was looking for a pretty decent box. And the boxes are hard to find anyway, with just the box. But we got Super Mario RPG. This came with the box and the map. So
the cardboard insert.
An insert.
Too.
This isn't really in pristine condition, but it's like 9 out of 10. I mean, it's really, really nice.
It's still one of the better ones in our collection.
And it's actually the box that goes with our cartridge because we had the Made in Mexico cartridge. And this is the box for that. Really expensive for just a box.
Okay, but finally, after a good couple months of hunting and watching auctions, finally. Alright, so moving on, got the books done out of the way. One more kind of like oddball kind of thing. After getting Coffee Talk and seeing that it has soundtrack in it, I decided I need to pick up Valhalla's soundtrack, which this one is was a 3-disc, 75-song soundtrack for Valhalla. Yeah, I don't want to start collecting soundtracks, but I might start collecting a few.
If you ever want to start collecting things, it just kind of happens.
Yeah, very true.
Alright. Do you want to start with this, or we put this one with the rest of them?
I mean, you can start it off.
Alright, so up next we got Monster Rancher Explorer for the Game Boy Color. Is this original seal? This is original seal.
That is original H seal.
Yeah. So, nice. Sealed.
So as you can tell, I went on a Monster Rancher kick, which I'm pretty sure I mentioned it in the last video.
I should get those all out of the way.
But, really, Cat?
Yep.
Sorry. The few games that I still needed to get for the collection was the Game Boy games and the PlayStation games. So I picked up a cart-only copy of Monster Rancher Advance and the manual because after I'd gotten 2, this has not shown up on eBay or Amazon or anything, which makes me very angry. So I picked that up. I picked up a custom case for it just to hold it for the time being. That's fine.
And then she also got Monster Rancher Hop About.
2 copies.
2 copies.
Because I'd ordered this one originally.
And this one is disc and manual only.
Because I can't read. So I picked up the complete copy just to have the actual case with it and case art. And then I'd ordered Monster Rancher Card Battle Episode 2 because Episode 1 is a Game Boy Color game. This got lost in the mail, I thought, or at least I was given the wrong tracking number, and I thought it had gotten delivered to the wrong house, so I impulsively ordered a second one, which I need to check between the two of these, make sure they both work, because a buddy on Instagram's getting one of those.
Amazing how often we get doubles of things for random reasons.
Yeah.
And then we got the Grand Stream Saga.
Ordered both that and the strategy guide at the same time.
Which, I've never heard of this. This has anime cutscenes.
It looks pretty
That's
cool.
interesting.
It's just an RPG that you never hear about. And I forgot whose video I was watching, but last video when we talked about our pickups from our trip, I'd gotten Digimon Digital Card Battle without the manual, and the manual came in. So now that is a nice complete copy.
I put this over here with these. Let's try to keep
And
them
my
nice.
cat has chose violence today. You have, haven't you, buddy? As long as he doesn't destroy anything, we'll be okay.
So next up for the Xbox, we got the Falconeer. This is for Xbox One. Well, technically Series X, Xbox One. I hate how they name these things.
That's the right order, though, right? For if we get a Series X?
Yes.
Okay,
Because
good.
Microsoft really angers me with how they do this, because if you're not paying attention, you'll get the wrong thing. If it's Series X first, that means it will work on the Series X. If Series X is afterwards, it means it will play, but is not the Series X version, is the Xbox One version.
Which is stupid that there's even two versions, but...
Yes. But this one will play on both, but it downgrades to Xbox One or something. I don't even know why they had Xbox One after one of the Series X versions.
Either way, I ended up picking up from Limited Run.
Yeah, Microsoft is confusing.
And then one game for the PS Vita. We have Demo. This is the Limited Run release. Just really cutesy rhythm game. Well, kind of cutesy. I think it actually has a little bit of a darker theme to it. Which, interesting enough, I bought this from somebody in Puerto Rico, and it has these stickers on the seal. Which I've never seen that before. So I don't know if that's just something they do in Puerto Rico with games, or...
I don't know. Because usually the rating is on the case. That's weird. Strange.
Alright.
Let's go on to the PSPs.
Yeah.
What do we have in here? Alright.
Kenka Bancho.
Kenka Bancho, Badass Rumble for the PSP. Never heard of this.
It's a Atlas beat 'em up style game that I've been
The
watching.
dude's wearing a banana suit.
I've been watching this game for a while. It's a $90-ish, $100 PSP game. Never went down in value, but I finally found a copy that was gaming case, so... It's obnoxious.
It looks obnoxious.
And that's why I've wanted it for so long. And then I already had the game for this one. I just did not have case and manual. So now I have the case and manual for Riviera, which completes, yet again, another Atlas game. If you're gonna complete any games in your collection, definitely Atlas, because there's no telling when those are gonna go up in value.
And then next up, this is Yggdra Union. Will never fight alone.
One.
And 2 copies of it, because things happen.
Click too many buttons
Yes.
on Amazon. But this is already spoken for, so.
And these are sealed.
Just moving right along.
Next up.
That's for you.
That
Actually,
is-
you want to do both of those? Go. Actually, here. Oh, fuck. This is like your pile. That's all you.
Everything else has been your pile, so.
That works.
Next up for PS5, we have Returnal. Pretty much when we saw this, we were like, this looks really cool. I know a lot of people were pissed off about the save function in the game, but I don't see the problem because the nature of the game, it's not gonna make you save.
Well,
You play until you die.
Between that and the bugged patch that
That too.
got rid of everybody's save files and
Yeah. But I mean, it's a roguelike. There's not necessarily save points in those games. And then we got the Resident Evil Village. Glare is horrible. I haven't opened this yet. I need to play 7 first, but it's really interesting watching all the people
mod that game.
mod it and torment the big vampire lady because...
I mean, just the fact that they turned her into Thomas the Tank Engine is hilarious enough.
Somebody modded a fly swatter so you can walk around and spank her. Like, people need to get a life.
Weebs. Alright, so from I Am 8-Bit, my copy of Watam finally came in. It took for fucking ever. I don't know why. Well, it's because I ordered it with another one, but even then, that one took forever. But this game, if you just need something to make you question
If you're on
your
drugs.
sanity and make you laugh, highly recommend this. It's so adorable. Like, you can definitely tell this is from the makers of Katamari, because it's just so cute.
It's weird.
It's cute. I love
weird.
it.
Alright. And next up, this just came in. We got the Mass Effect Legendary Edition. I absolutely love the Mass Effect games other than Andromeda. I've never played it because it looked bad to begin with. But I'm looking forward to playing through these again. She's never seen them. So,
Nope.
be interesting.
I just know that you get dialogue choices throughout the game and that
Yes.
affects your endings.
I'm not sure if this time I'm going to play as a Renegade or Paragon, because my first time playing I played as Paragon, because it's easier.
So this one was Red Art Games. Picked up Journey of the Broken Circle. It's kind of like a storytelling platform style game. It looked really pretty. Oh, that's why there's so many things. I'm looking at it, I'm like, why are there so many columns and so many things?
The languages.
All the different languages.
Alright. And last up for the PS4, we got Nier Replicant. Not just a game.
Nope.
Oh, this thing's heavy. We got the special collector's edition. I'm not even sure what they called it to start with. White Snow Edition.
Yeah. Which I'm so glad we didn't
I'm
miss out
surprised
on
how
this.
heavy this is.
It's because of the books. It
Yeah.
has the full script in this collector's edition, which is why I wanted it
Yes.
severely.
And it's still sealed. We haven't opened it yet.
Not yet. Luckily enough, a couple people on Instagram did live videos of them opening it up, so I don't feel compelled to open it yet. Eventually, I'll go ahead and do that real quick. So this is a game that we never got in the U.S. Actually, no, I lied. We did not get a physical copy in the U.S. It was digital on the Vita, which I wouldn't mind getting it. The digital copy, which I'll talk about that in a second too. But I picked up the big collector's edition for Black Rock Shooter. This is the one that comes with the White Rock Shooter Figma statue in it. It's just a really interesting RPG with, I think she's technically supposed to be a Vocaloid. But there's like 12 people alive on the Earth and she's gotta save the Earth like most other games.
It's an interesting RPG.
And then, the reason why I said talk about something else is I went ahead and I picked up a second Vita.
Third Vita.
Third, yes. Well, second 2000. This
Yeah.
is the white and lime green. Unfortunately, the person I bought it from on eBay didn't show the right picture, and this one, the thumb, like the rubber on the thumbsticks was all completely gone, so they put caps over it. It's whatever. I've already hacked this, which, interesting enough, when I booted it up...
It was already hacked.
It was already hacked at one point because it had the molecule boot up screen. But I will say that I got this primarily for English patches for Japanese games, and also there is a patch or an app that you can use this essentially as a PS TV. So you can stream from your actual handheld Vita.
And we're going to do it so we can put the regular memory cards in.
Yes. Which those should be here today, actually.
So we can start downloading games without worrying about $200 freaking memory cards.
Yeah, it's getting to the point where this is the price of a 64 gig memory card. So it's at this point it's just a no-brainer.
Yeah. And last up, I think,
Yeah. Last.
we have a decent sized pile of Nintendo Switch games.
Ooh, I'm gonna need to make more room. I'm glad I made more room.
Glad I'm building more shelves.
So for Switch, the game that Watam was tied up with from I Am 8-Bit was Spinch. Another game that makes you question whether or not you're on drugs, because psychedelic colors and little sphere babies.
Why have we not got the LSD simulator?
I don't think that had a US release. I think it was Japanese only.
Oh. Because yes, there is a game that does that.
I mean, it doesn't necessarily do that. It's just a really fucked up game.
It's actually called LSD Simulator, isn't it?
I know that.
Yeah.
But
it's so just...
I can't remember if it stands...
random and insane.
If it stands for something in particular, or... But...
I don't know. And then another limited run game, we got Shantae.
Which, that's a car payment and a half at this point.
Yeah. So this is the original Shantae, right?
Uh-huh, so the Game Boy
Well, a
version.
remake of the original Shantae.
Well, no, I think it's just a port of the Game Boy.
Well, no, this is in color. The original Game Boy one's not in color. Black and white.
Either way,
Yeah.
I don't understand the Shantae games right now. They are outrageously priced.
People have discovered them.
Well, the original Game Boy copy has always been expensive. Like, card only's been, what, $500 to $800?
Well, it's because when they were originally released, they weren't in high print, and
True.
people didn't know about them until recent.
So another limited run game is Mighty Gunvolt Burst, which I think, if I remember correctly, this is a port of the DS. I think it's the online DS game.
So that one has an extra character, doesn't it? Because didn't the original one didn't have the female?
No, it had the female. It's got Beck, which I think is the character from Mighty Number 9.
Oh.
But I think this was a download only game, unlike the... We don't have the Switch version. But, yeah.
And then I picked up the Crypt of the Necrodancer Collector's Edition? Collector's Edition. This comes with a soundtrack and some other things.
Does it have a steelbook in it, or no?
Yeah, yes. The soundtrack's in a steelbook. Which kind of annoys me a little bit because the steelbook is regular CD size, so the game's in the front and it stops like right there, so this whole side is like crushed.
Smushed a little bit.
That's just bad packaging, but...
That's because Amazon likes to
What can you
put
do?
things in bubble mailers.
Well, it's not even Amazon, like, when they package the Switch game, there's nothing there to protect it.
Speaking of Amazon and destroying Switch games, so
Hey!
got Pokemon Snap, but if you can see, if it...
It probably won't focus on it.
Yeah, I think it's because it wanted to focus on my face, but that whole spine, like, it was bent, which makes me sad. I really want to get another copy. But that game's been interesting so far.
Speaking of which, our Mass Effect, the case is broken too because Amazon.
Do you want me to do one more real quick?
Sure.
So this one is from Video Games New York. They're another, well, it's a video game store in New York that they get a lot of limited run Red Art games. Pretty much any of the limited print companies, they carry those along with used games in their store. But they've also started to print their own limited games. And one of them is Tanuki Justice, which is just a really cute platform game. Like, old school platform game. And that one, it actually has the extra printed cover inside of it.
That's cool. And last thing that I got is from Limited Run. It is the collector's edition of Chasm.
I don't even remember what that game, like, what it plays like.
It's a Metroidvania.
Okay.
So.
Grant, there's supposed to be a lot
It's not packaged very well. Like, things move around inside.
And for the amount of stuff that they say is supposed to be in that box, it shifts a lot.
Yeah.
Like, there's supposed to be a plush in there.
It's a little weird. It makes me want to open it just to check, because I don't understand why there's so much movement in this box for what's in here.
Yeah, and I mean, Limited Run's been known to ship out games occasionally without discs in them or materials. And but the last game that I picked up is, again, another Limited Run game, but it doesn't have, like, I don't know if it's a numbered release because it doesn't have...
Yeah, it doesn't have a number on it.
Which is weird. This might have been one of their partner ones.
Yeah.
But picked up from a friend on Instagram. The Friends of Ringo Ishikawa, which this is a River City style RPG beat 'em up kind of dealy. Makes me think of oh, we just had this discussion the other day. The one guy from Yu Yu Hakusho.
Oh, Kobar?
Yeah, like if it was a story about his life, that's what it makes me think of. But I missed out on it in the first go around, so decided to pick it up. And surprisingly,
That's it.
that's it. We were actually good this time and decided to do a pickup video before things amassed to a giant pile on our table.
So for sure we have
office.
more things coming in this week.
Yeah, I have a lot coming in. Because World Ends Club, I thought it came out June, July. By the way, started doing a playthrough of the demo. That is, part 1's already up, and part 2 might be up before this video. So keep an eye out because that game comes out on the 28th. I thought it came out later. But that's coming out.
I got something else coming out this week, but I can't remember what.
The PS5 version of Void Terrarium comes out on Tuesday, the 18th.
Biomutants next week.
Biomutants the 25th. Shin Megami Tensei 3 is the 25th. I think it's pronounced Kaze. It's Kaze. It's a platformer, and it kind of looks like Klonoa. That comes out on the 23rd or the 25th. So there's a lot of releases here at the end of May, beginning of June.
Cat, you're gonna get yourself stuck, and I'm gonna laugh.
He's fine. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this pickup video. If you did, make sure you give the video a like. Go ahead and comment at the bottom. Subscribe to the channel. We'd love to see everybody interact. And also, we do have an Instagram page and a Facebook page, which the Facebook is just kind of like a mirror dump of the Instagram. But that's where all of our more up-to-date recent content is. Any updates that we have, like whenever we start streaming, anything like that, you'll find that there. Username is Tryhard Enthusiast, just like the YouTube page. So, yeah. And we're gonna end it here before the cat
destroys things, because he's about to knock stuff over.
Alright, till next time, guys. See ya.
Cooper.